Hello, I'm Anne. I live in Norway.
Hi, my name is Frida and I'm involved in the climate movement in Norway.
And I'm part of a climate campaign that is trying to challenge the power of the fossil fuel industry through the means of civil disobedience. And we're called mot Fossilmakta.
And that's a campaign that is working on mobilizing people to come together and challenge the power of the fossil fuel industry. I got involved in the movement for around 2 years ago, and I was at the point where I realized my government is not doing enough at all on the climate change. Instead of protecting their people, they're protecting the power of the fossil fuel industry and the search for more money. We live in a really, really critical time right now, and we need everyone to step up and take on responsibility to create the future we want to see. And at least for me, for a long time, I was feeling like really sad, just knowing that climate crisis is getting worse and worse, and that our government is not doing anything. And then I came together with a lot of other people that was taking initiative themselves to make the change we want to see. And I just want everyone to know that it's a really inspiring community to be a part of, to meet other people that really cares about what's going on, and also feel empowered to that you actually have a voice to say something and make a change. If you want to get involved in the climate movement in Norway, I would recommend to just reach out to one of the campaigns that is active in your town. And just reach out and they will be very welcome. It's a really including community.
In Norway, over the past years, within the climate movement and the peaceful protest that we do, we have seen an increase of repression from the side of the state and the police. Like, for example, in my own case, I have been part of a peaceful protest and now I'm faced with a potential prison sentence. And we see that these kind of reactions are becoming more normal, but also on the other hand that it's becoming harder and harder to know what we can expect from the police or the state. The question about how to stay resilient is probably the most important one. And I think it's a very individual answer to that. But overall, I think it is going to be the recipe for how we as a movement are going to be able to grow and to withstand. I think it's a lot about finding your own boundaries and how much commitment do you want to give to the cause and where do you have your own safe space, for example, nature or family, friends, like connections with people.
Norway is the biggest producer and the biggest investors of fossil fuels in Europe. And right now, mot Fossilmakta is calling our government to divest the pension fund from fossil fuels.
I think when it comes to finding hope in what we do, it's for me a lot about, okay, we need to come back to our roots, like find power in community, come back together as people. And I feel like this is in our roots and basically in our blood. So I think in the end, everyone, once you feel that it feels good to be in a community. So I think that is something that gives me a lot of hope. And I think that everyone can also discover this. I want to be connected with people who fight for the same cause.
To everyone that is concerned about the climate crisis out there, I will really encourage you to get involved in a movement. We need to go away from these single issues. We can't solve the climate crisis by ourselves. We need to get together and create people power movement to challenge the power of the people who is holding up the status quo.